Tourette syndrome is a medical condition that people live with in their daily lives. They make involuntary sounds known as tics. It could be a sound or a movement that the body cannot control.
I have this one. Sometimes I click my tongue in the back of my throat like this, but not very often, and I constantly crack my knuckles, even if I already did.
So they mostly would ask me like why my eyes keep twitching, or asking me if if I can stop moving my leg.
The tics were more like the head shaking as well, barking. I had a tic for a while where I'd step backwards and walk backwards for a couple of steps and then walk back. I had a tic once when I'd be standing and I'd lift up my leg.
When I was first diagnosed, I was out of school for weeks. My tics were very high. My vocal tics were elevated. My motor tics would really hurt me. It was tough.
7 or so years old, I was responding, well, is this just gonna keep on?
When I was younger, they singled me out and treated me more as as basically almost as if I was an alien in a sense. Because at that point in time, I didn't really understand much about what was happening.
Yeah, I have a 7-year-old. When I take him to school and I go down the elevator, right before we get on the elevator, I'll take my teeth and I'll bang my teeth against the wall. And he asked me, "What are you doing, Dad?" So I said, "Oh, I have Tourette syndrome. It's a condition that causes me to do things I don't want to do." And so the funny thing is, the other day he comes up to me, we're standing there and I don't do it on the elevator. And he says, "Daddy, you didn't do your Tourette's." And I'm like, "No, it's not like that. It doesn't work that way."
It's hard to suppress a tic, and even if you do suppress a tic, when you're done suppressing the tic, they only come out more.
I have to morph my words. Instead of saying bomb, 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 I'll go ba or abba.
If I try to suppress them, it doesn't work. That's like trying to hold in a sneeze.
Young girls would laugh. Kind of embarrassing for an adult to be bullied by young teenagers.
As a young kid, I would tic whatever it was and immediately look around to see who noticed, as if it really mattered.
And then you really start to believe that you are different.
I would be out on the subway and attracting attention from other people, adults, and learning about how cruel people can be. Seeing those kids in DC at the conference, treating their tics as something that was just part of who they are was so inspiring.
It's really cool. Kids don't get judged there and they have fun with other kids like them.
Other than our tics, we're normal people, because everyone has their own things that make them different from one another. And Tourette syndrome just happens to be one of those things for some people.
Don't be afraid of people with disabilities. Just because someone has a disability doesn't mean that you have to avoid them.
I think the Tourette Association of America means support and community.
My hope is that everyone who sees this video goes home and tells 3 people about Tourette syndrome.